Overwatch announced that one of his characters is gay and thousands of people who don't play video games clapped. That's right, the video game industry again is at it, using the LGBT community as a band-aid to cover for or cover up a stream of bad press, an easy way, a easy win to get the desperate to be perceived as super woke games bloggers on sites like Kotaku and Polygon to write fluff pieces to make them look good, meanwhile tokenizing the gay community and abusing it for positive PR. Yet it appears to me that the majority of the most vocal seem to ignore this fact and continue to give the company digital backpats. Let's look at a couple of the articles where this takes place. Blizzard quietly confirms another LGBTQ Overwatch hero. I've got you in my sights. By the way, I'm no lore expert, but I would have to say that the sexuality of a character is not really character development. Just making a character a certain sexuality is not exactly good character development. It's lazy character development. In a new short story titled Bastille, Blizzard Entertainment confirmed Soldier 76, aka Jack Morrison, is the second LGBTQ character in Overwatch universe. Former sniper Ana comes across a wounded Soldier 76 in the streets of Cario and takes him back to the hideout. It's the first time they've been reunited since the explosion rocked the Overwatch headquarters in Switzerland. Neither of them knew the other one was alive, for sure, until now. She catches a glimpse of him going through a few photos and sees an old one of him with a dark man named Vincent. Vincent, I haven't thought about him for years, Anna said. Still keeping a candle lit for him? Jack shook his head. Nothing like that. You've looked in on him. You must have been curious. All the surveillance power in the world. I bet Gabe would have put a Blackwatch agent on him if you asked, Anna said. Jack glared at her. Okay, touchy subject. Jack laughed. He got married. They're very happy. I'm happy for him. Vincent deserved a happier life than the one I could give him, Jack sighed. We both knew that I could never put anything above my duty. Everything I fought for was to protect people like him. That's the sacrifice I made. Relationships don't work out for us, well, do they? Anna said, unconsciously running her thumb over where her wedding ring used to be. The announcement comes a little over 2 years after an Overwatch comic revealed that Tracer is spending Christmas with her girlfriend Emily. However, if we take a closer look at the same comic, we can make out a panel of Soldier looking at what appears to be the same photograph referenced in the Bastille story. Outside of cinematics, this is the first big chunk of Overwatch lore players have gotten in a while. Also, for the first time, we've seen anything about Soldier's personal life. Nobody cares. Update. A tweet from lead writer Michael Chu confirms that Soldier identifies as gay. Jack and Vincent were in a romantic relationship many years ago, Chu wrote. Both identify as gay. You can even see the Polygon audience themselves. I'm all for equality, but is this necessary? It seems super forced and not sincere. This is exactly what people felt like when Dumbledore was announced as gay. Now, canon-wise or text-wise, there's a little more to back that up, but this feels like nothing more than placation, than token use to just get free press out of the media. So on one hand, I kind of think it's hilarious. On the other hand, I think that it's pretty sad that the games media continues and game developers like Blizzard continue to fake the fact that they care about equality. They care about it, but only when it means free clicks and free press. Let's look at another article which displays some more of the toxic side of this that I would say. The whole take that, straight people type of reactions, which is exactly what made me want to do this article, because it's always the same thing. As a gamer, okay, actually, let me go back to the full screen and share one of kind of a more fleshed out reason why this sort of thing really bothers me. Are there people out there that have a problem with gay folks? Sure. an extraordinarily small amount, and fewer every day. The fact that gamers often get painted, or it's assumed that we have some sort of problem with it, is absurd and infuriating. It's very easy to explain why people don't like things like this. They don't like tack on. They don't like tossed in diversity. And there are many people in the LGBT community that would agree with me as well, but they're probably afraid to say it out loud because they get attacked by the super woke crowd of people wanting to stick it to those toxic male gamers. And you'll see exactly what I'm talking about here, this general misrepresentation of the gaming community as having some sort of homophobia, which is absurd. It's just like when you look, all these people said, oh, everyone's mad that this politician was dancing a bunch of years ago. Look at it. Haha, we own the conservatives. Nobody cared. Nobody cares about stuff like this. In fact, the recipe is to just make up something and then fight against it and profit, like the underpants gnomes, apparently. But this is exactly what I'm talking about. You can see tons of hot takes with thousands of retweets. I think about it. Tracer was the ideal eye candy cover girl whose ass used to sell copies, and Soldier 76 is the big Call of Duty inspired macho man for all those who weren't into British chicks. Blizzard used traditional straight bait and then made bait gay. Genius. Like, haha, take that, straight people. I'm seeing all this queer Overwatch stuff come out, and I have one thing to say about it. Put it in the game, you cowards. It's pretty interesting how Blizzard is diversifying Overwatch cast sexually, but I can't say I'm a fan of the Rowling style. Actually, this character was like this all along. I just didn't put it anywhere you could see it, style of diversification. Again, you can't please everybody, but I would actually agree with this take. Look, if a character is gay, which in my opinion, unless the game is about your love relationship, it's not relevant, just like it's not relevant if a character's straight, but that's neither here nor there apparently. Obviously, introducing queer lore into Overwatch isn't solving homophobia in gaming, but I think the fact that it's happening is all pretty nice. Overwatch isn't a game with much, if any, actual story outside of like scraps, so queering those scraps is nice. Why? Why? I don't understand. I don't understand. You get hot takes from, Sonic Fox, yeah. Me, bye dad. Soldier 76, more like, bye dad. I mean, again, patch note, Soldier 76 Tactical Visor now only targets heterosexual heroes. I don't understand. I mean, don't these folks at these games blogging websites know that they're just getting used by Blizzard? I truly believe that while there might be some people that really care about representation in the gaming industry, very few of them are actually gamers, and very few of them actually work at game companies. Now, that isn't to say they dislike it, which is a common misconception. It's that nobody cares. Just make a game. It's like I say about, sometimes people ask me how I feel about somebody who they think I would disagree with, and I say, well, I nothing them. I don't care. I don't hate or like them. They're just a thing in the game. Making a character gay for gay's sake is not helping gay people. I just don't see how it could be, because all the conversation around it is going to be, well, why now? What's this for? And all the websites and hot takes would be like, take that, straight breeders. Owned ya. I mean, I don't know, obviously, anything about being gay, but I do know what it's like to have a negative perception about you, one that is unfounded. And together, I think we can relate on that. Maybe it's not the same thing, but honestly, having people have a negative opinion about you or something you choose to do with your life, for example, gaming, is similar in a few ways. And I think gamers don't want to be tokenized. Gays don't want to be tokenized. Nobody does. People are individuals. And if you were to write the story or write the character gay in the first place, again, nobody cares. It's just the reaction that you get from pseudo woke games journalists like Nathan Grayson talking about how cool and hip it is, when the rest of us can see the fact that Overwatch is a dying game. It's losing market share every single day to games like Fortnite, and this is just another way for Blizzard to try and generate buzz. I guarantee you, if you look at the user base change after announcing this, there was net zero change. In fact, they probably lost people, because there are more people on this planet that have a problem with virtue signaling and tokenizing than have a problem with actual gay characters. That's just the way it is. And people that are always pretending to be woke will use that against you and say, "Oh, do you have some problem with gays? What do you don't like black people?" No, that's not it at all. It's that when you go, we can look at how this happened to comic books, okay? When you just change a character entirely, oh, make Thor a woman. Oh, we'll make Iceman gay now. People don't like that. It's lazy. It's tokenizing the person you're attempting to represent. You're not writing any real story about it. You're just retconning their stories. Oh, well, actually, they were gay. We just never told you. It's lazy. That's the most insulting part of it. Well, at least for people who aren't the one being tokenized. And the ones that are being tokenized, legitimate people, in this case, in the LGBT community, I highly doubt that they really care whether or not there are gay characters in the game. The only people that really care about this stuff are people that don't play video games. Prove me wrong. Let's see how Overwatch player base explodes over the next few days now that they've had another gay character. I'll wait.